Now that all these leaks and things are coming out about the PlayStation 5 Pro, I've never seen the excitement become more real or kind of in your face than it is right now. And, everybody's getting excited. Everybody wants to see this thing. Everybody wants to see the games running on it. And I think that's awesome. I feel like that's something that us as fans should be excited for and should be able to get excited about, and that's the nice part about sort of what's going on with Xbox at the PlayStation at the moment, is they're able to get fans excited even after some negative stuff with like Concord. Then they have the positive stuff with Astrobot or whatever. So again, I like seeing that stuff. I like seeing the positive news, the stuff where everybody's kind of getting excited about the future and kind of what's going on with gaming in general. And that's the part that I think people are most anxious for, and for me anyway, when you see that and I go, okay, PS5 Pro, how's that thing going to work out? Listen, I don't know. I fully suspect and predict that the regular PS5 is going to be the one that sells the most, but when you hear this type of news, it does get you excited and kind of amped up about the future. So anyway, I want to say, hey, thanks for joining me. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews, back with yet another video. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and slap that like button, give it a good pounding, and maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. That would be awesome as well. Again, it's just one of those things that I find to be fun to talk about, so like if you could subscribe, if you could like the video. I do daily gaming content. It's fun. Now, I found this to be an interesting article. It's pretty much talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro, and it looks like there could be only a digital model that's released, which would help keep the price down, as Sony seems to be struggling to contain production costs. So, again, things are all kind of working out in certain ways where it's lining up that perhaps we could get only a digital model. Like, I don't think that makes a lot of sense in a world where you sell, where you actually sell these types of games that are physical still. Like, I just don't see how you could just say, okay, well, just go ahead and skip the physical aspect. That wouldn't make any sense to me. So, again, honestly, it just blows my mind that any company would do that. But still, it remains to be seen. We'll see how this works out. But again, we'll see. Releasing only a PlayStation 5 Pro digital model would apparently help Sony keep the system's price down, as the company seems to be struggling to maintain production costs. During the latest episode of their podcast, the tech experts at Digital Foundry commented on the yet-to-be-revealed new system and a recent leak that suggests a digital model could be the only one to get released. Looking at the split between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro, which was close to 80-20 in favor of the base model, there's little doubt that the PS5 Pro is going to be a niche model. As such, it's unlikely that Sony will kind of eat themselves in the market after having done so with the base model. In addition, the system's price is definitely going to be a concern. Sony seems unable to keep the production costs low, as suggested by recent base model's price increase in Japan. In this regard, releasing a PS5 Pro digital model could help the company keep the price low and make the system more enticing, given how the price is undoubtedly going to be higher than that of the base model due to hardware under the hood. On the other hand, the PlayStation 5 Pro digital model only release could create some other issues with the enthusiast crowd that it actually suggests to really target, which often gravitates towards physical copies of games. The system is most likely going to be compatible with a detachable disk drive, but that would add to the cost of upgrading. Still, Digital Foundry finds that releasing only a digital model would make more sense. It's yet to be officially revealed, but hey, we are about to hear about this very soon. And, again, I've kind of mentioned this numerous times. I feel like they can just release a digital-only model, but you are going to be missing out on a big load of people. Like, the only reason why they would do that, in my opinion, is if the model with the disc drive would be $700, right? If they couldn't get that thing under $700, then yeah, and you could release a digital only one for 600. I think that's probably the smart way to go about it. But still, I mean, if you're a fan of gaming, I don't know, like this is for enthusiasts anyway. So like it doesn't exactly make a ton of sense to me to go, okay, well, we're only going to release a digital. And yeah, I get it. They're going to, it's probably going to be fully compatible with the the detachable drives right now, and you can't really tell. Like I have a PS5 Slim. You could just take off the faceplate and pop out the drive. I think that's kind of cool, and I think it's interesting the way that Sony plans to handle that. At the same time, though, for me, it just feels like not the smartest move. Like I think you got to offer both. Because I'm sure the enthusiasts anyway will probably already know how to do these things, but it does seem like it's a little bit extra work to go in there and kind of make sure that these things are kind of working and able to do what's needed to be done. So I'm not at all 100% convinced that it would be a good thing, but I would I'm interested to see how everybody kind of reacts to this stuff. Again, we do live in sort of a weird world where people want to do the base minimum. I mean, if we wanted to, if us console gamers wanted to pop things in and out and install things, wouldn't we be PC gamers? Like, I don't know, I guess that's just me. I just feel like the whole idea behind consoles is plug and play, pop and lock, whatever the case may be. That's what we kind of want to do and see with our hardware. So it is a little bit weird to see the way that things are kind of shaken out, that it might not be that way. And again, anything can happen, but I do feel like that Sony probably has their finger on the pulse of what the fans want, at least in some kind of way, I would hope anyway. I don't know for sure if this is going to be a thing that gamers flock to or not, but if it is, I think they're going to flock to it because the better performance and things like that, not necessarily because of like one thing specifically. So again, we'll have to see. It's like I said, I am always interested to see how new tech is kind of supported and things like that. We know that stuff like the way that things have kind of happened over the years, that console gaming has kind of suffered a little bit. Naturally, I think that it's okay to kind of question a little bit, but I also feel like right now people are kind of just shooting fish in a barrel, so to speak. It's like they don't really know what's coming, so a lot of people are just kind of maybe suggesting one thing or the other. Sony, they know what they're doing. I have a good feeling that we'll get some pretty cool stuff and some pretty cool announcements and things in the future. And we'll have to see how Microsoft counters this. Are they going to counter it in such a way that people actually want to stay with Xbox? I don't know. Like Sony, to me, even when they screw up, I feel like they really go up and kind of do something that impresses everybody. And that really does seem like what they want to do. So again, anything can change at any moment, but right now it does look like the PS5 Pro is going to be an incredible piece of hardware that really just is going to blow a lot of people away, and I am incredibly excited about it. I'm sure you guys are too. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on it. Do you guys think that it's going to be a digital only model? Do you think we'll get both? Do you think they'll offer the option to upgrade? I would love to hear the thought process and and exactly what you guys have to think about it, because like I said, Sony have to have people like out there getting, behind the scenes, wondering what people are going to kind of do in the future with the hardware and stuff like that. I'm always excited to see how these things kind of play and how the games look and run, most importantly. So let me know what you guys think. I'll link this in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Crap Gamer out.